Good day. Today Wednesday, September 7, 2022. Ukraine war, Putin says West's authorizations fever-wrecks European lives. Vladimir Putin has condemned Western sanctions imposed due to the fact of Russia's struggle in Ukraine as a fever that poses a danger to the whole world. In a speech to a monetary discussion board in Vladivostok, he stated Russia was once coping with the West's financial aggression. But the Russian president warned the pleasant lifestyles for Europeans were once being sacrificed to sanctions whilst poorer international locations had been dropping yet entry to food. He additionally stated Europe was once dishonest and terrible international locations out of Ukraine's grain. For months Ukraine's seaports have been blockaded by way of Russian forces, however, due to the fact that exports resumed at the beginning of August. Russia's chief asserted that solely 2 grain ships had long gone to Africa, which is no longer the case. He stated he desired to talk about revisiting the deal, in remarks rejected by using Ukraine as groundless. Russia sent off its intrusion on 24th of February and presently involves around a fifth of the Ukrainian domain. A half-year on, it has been pushed again from regions around Kiev and the north and presently faces a Ukrainian counter-hostile in the south and east. Western international locations replied to the battle by imposing sanctions on a giant-wide variety of Russian individuals, businesses, and state-run enterprises. The European Union has sought to reduce its reliance on Russian gasoline and oil, and Moscow has shut its key Nord Stream 1 gasoline pipeline to Germany, blaming it on technical issues. Energy costs have soared and EU ministers meet on Friday to reply to the crisis. The Russian chief condemned one suggestion for a cap on Russian fuel costs as stupid. Mr. Putin instructed his target audience the West was once attempting to impose its conduct on different countries. Many groups had rushed to go away from Russia, he said. However, now we are seeing how manufacturing and jobs in Europe are closing one after another. However, Russia is additionally feeling the pinch, with inflation rising and organizations struggling to import much-needed parts. The EU has already barred direct flights from Russia, and the remaining week its 27 member states angered Moscow in addition by agreeing to make the procedure of securing a visa greater laborious for Russians. A much-prized Schengen visa overlaying 22 EU international locations is probable to emerge as extra highly priced too. The 3 Baltic states have now long passed in addition to a deal to bar Russians from crossing from Russia and Belarus until they are lorry drivers or have a household and humanitarian reasons. In a tackle that regarded to goal Western observers as lots as a home audience, President Putin stated self-assurance in the dollar, euro, and pound used to be misplaced earlier than people's eyes. Russia, meanwhile, was once rising from the conflict with its sovereignty strengthened. I am certain that we have now not misplaced something and we will now not lose anything. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba stated Russia was once looking to blackmail Europe with its electricity resources. Putin desires to wreck the balance and well-being of each and every family in Europe. Top Chinese legislator Li Zhangshu used to be attending the discussion board, and the Russian president stated that no count how great deal anyone would like to isolate Russia, it is not possible to do this. Russian information organizations stated President Putin would meet Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping in Uzbekistan subsequent week. Until an UN-sponsored deal was once agreed upon aimed at lifting Russia's blockade of 3 Ukrainian Black Sea ports, grain exports had been decreased to a minimum. Shipments have regularly resumed and an UN-chartered ship carrying 23,000 tons arrived in Djibouti closing week. The grain has now reached Ethiopia in 60 lorries, with the goal of feeding greater than 1.5 million humans in us blighted by means of drought and civil war. Other ships have left for Yemen and Sudan, whilst numerous vessels have long passed to ports in Egypt. Thanks for watching, and subscribing to the channel.